Well, it is another glorious morning here in the Bighorn Mountains, and this is a vacation that I don't even know where to begin, but I got to tell you about this. It's just so crazy that I thought it'd be worth sharing. So we decided to take a long weekend vacation to the mountains where my wife, she just kind of likes to go to the mountains and view the scenery and sit in a lawn chair. And so many of our vacations revolve around hunting and fishing. So you got to do one that's primarily for your wife once in a while, which is what it was intended to be. And it was just going to be a long weekend. And we are currently, I believe, on day 9 where we are trapped here. And it happened like this. So we're pulling a camper out here from northern Minnesota. We started having issues with the pickup truck, and I started getting flashing warning lights and losing power. And we finally got the camper up here into the high country and got it set up and everything like that. But the next day I thought, you know what, I got to get this pickup. I don't want to try to drive the trailer home in a couple days with this truck like it is. So I took the pickup. It's a F-150 with the 3.5 twin turbo. Got loads of power, great gas mileage. I love the truck. I took it about a little over an hour to Sheridan to the Ford dealer, and they took one look at it and they're like, oh boy. So what happened was there's a cold air intake on one of the turbos, and it's like this kind of plastic rubber fitting that goes on there. It's a big thing, and a piece came off of that and got sucked into the turbo, and the estimate on the repairs is $8,000, and we have to wait for parts that are coming from Denver. So we've been sitting here and we rented this Toyota, but you can't pull a trailer with a Toyota. Like I said, I think we're up to day 9, and they got the whole head tore off that truck and everything. I don't know what all they're doing to it, but pretty serious damage. So the good news is that we've just had a really nice time here. The weather's just been gorgeous day after day after day, high around 68 to 70, bright sunshine. We've been driving these back roads and seeing all kinds of wildlife. The numbers of moose in this country is just shocking. My wife's been writing them down. Like whenever we see moose, I'm sure we're over 100. We've seen hundreds of elk. We've seen probably 100 mule deer, including bucks, and does are just kind of all over. And where we're camped here is kind of a, this is free camping in the backcountry here. So, but it's real kind of green and lush in here. And so the mule deer like this spot, and they come down here in the evening, and they've been kind of right around us while we're sitting around a campfire. And we started kind of feeding them a little bit with like Fritos corn chips and marshmallows and stuff like that. And they got just more and more tame, and we literally have these deer eating out of our hand. And that's been one of the fun parts of it. I've also been up in the high country, a couple lakes that I was fishing in, streams and so forth, and I found a spring and I put a couple trail cameras on it, got some cool shots there. I also put a trail camera on a game trail that I found in the woods about 200 yards from the camper here, and put a trail camera on that and got some pretty cool shots. It was a long weekend that's turned into a 9-day vacation, but we've tried to make the most of it. We're hauling water so we can take showers. We're going to have to wash clothes in the creek here. And then we are driving about a half an hour to 45 minutes a couple times a day to get cell service so we can check emails and phone messages and stuff like that. I'm working on trying to fill up these last few booths of the bear show, and I got people contacting me about bear hunts and all kinds of voicemails that I'm getting and stuff like that. So we're hoping to be out of here before too long. The parts are in Sheridan there now, so they got to get the truck put back together, and hopefully we'll be able to get home here before too long. Been a long, drawn-out process. Yeah, I thought I'd share this with you. Maybe you don't care, but it's just part of life. So we're going to make the most of it, and we'll see you later.